What's going on, everybody? I'm Patrick with POWLAX Master Coach, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Y offense that you can use when you're playing in 7v7 style tournaments where you've got 4 offensive players and 4 defensive players with a goalie. So this past weekend our Predators teams played in a 7v7 tournament called Boomerang in Colorado, and one of the things I noticed is that most of the other teams that were playing always resorted to this box style setup. And there's nothing wrong with this box style setup. The problem that I feel that this set has is that most of the things that are good about this set, a lot of teams don't practice. So for instance, one of the really good offenses that you can use within this set is a pass down, pick down with cycling. So if M1 has the ball, he'll pass the ball down to A1. He will kind of block his man M1 into the middle and then come down and pick for A1, who will come off of it. Then on the backside, we'll cycle. So M2 will cut down the middle, and A2 will pop up and over to become the forward outlet for A1. And so this style of offense can be really awesome as long as the players understand how to move. What was happening most often with the teams that I saw is that as this pick happened, there was no extra movement to create space on the backside. So what ended up happening is even if these two players picked and slipped successfully, what would happen is this defenseman would just spider in to help. This attackman here may sit in space here, but then M2 would be able to come in and help, and they really just didn't understand the spacing because they had never really practiced the cycling on the backside or really gone in depth with the picking. So after seeing that, I wanted to share with you guys a great offense you can use that will keep your players operating within their usual dodge to draw, slide, and then attack the backsides type of philosophy. So rather than setting up in a box, what we're going to have our players do is set up in a Y formation. And the Y formation has 2 midfielders up top, and then an attackman on the crease and an attackman at X. And so what this does primarily is it frees up these alleyways. So if we want to dodge with a midfielder and he starts his dodge, he's going to have this entire area to dodge into with absolutely no one needing to clear through or get out of the way. Then our other midfielder, he's just going to follow over. And then if you have a team that is an elite team or is a high-level high school team, you can have the 2 attackmen exchange. So A1 will get out to X and A2 will cut the middle backside. And so as M1 is dodging, he can see a couple really interesting things. So first off, if he can come in and he can get a shot off, that's absolutely awesome. No one's in his way. If someone doesn't slide soon enough, you open up that possibility. Whereas within the box offense, someone always has to clear through and get out of the way, which if your players don't know how to do it within that specific set, they can oftentimes be late and they'll muddle up what's going on the field. So the next look that we can get out of this is we found this attackman curling from X a ton of times this weekend. As M1 dodged down, he looked through, the attackman curled from X, and found a nice look there, scored a few goals that way. The next thing, and this is what I really like about this set, is regardless of if M1 steps away and moves the ball forward to A1 or continues with his question mark and moves it backwards to M2, now we end up with an entire side that's completely clear regardless of what other stuff we ran. So now, if we did draw a slide, let's draw on the defenseman. So let's say DM1 is there. Let's say the LSM is up defending M2. Let's say he drew D1 off of A1 and D2 is inside. So we draw a slide with M1 coming down the alley, and then if he throws the ball forward to A1, A1 can just push the 3v2 backside. A2 can kind of float out the backside so that if D2 goes to him, he can feed it through to A2. Then M2 can actually come down into space so that if the LSM drops off him, we've got a nice little step down here from A1 feeding up to M2. So then the same basic idea happens on the backside. If the ball goes back to M2, he now has this entire side to dodge the LSM, try to draw anyone he can, and now A2, who came from X, can float out the backside, and A1 can push this corner. So it makes it very easy to attack a 3v2 with a lot of space. Whereas if you use that box format, you're really muddling up all of the dangerous area. I really like using X and leaving these alleyways clear because that's where we get most of our really good shots. You know, you're gonna get some shots from the inside using this anyway, but I feel that it opens up space a lot more than that box offense does. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you can put this in your next 7v7 tournament. Definitely follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Have a good one. I will see you in the next video.